Okay, see you. You okay? You've been here 20 minutes.
Are these all the cards that you have?
Yeah. Who'd you for?
It's for my best friend. Well, we used to be best friends. I actually haven't seen her in a while.
How about, miss you?
Oh, I don't really miss her. Well, I did miss her graduation. It was Friday. She's a lawyer now.
How about, congratulations?
Well, that's what I was gonna get, except it was actually just her birthday.
So, happy birthday.
Yeah, and then she got food poisoning at the party.
So, get well.
Yeah, it'd just be nice if there was one card that said all that.
I think I understand. You don't miss your friend, but you miss your friend graduation, birthday, and now you in a convenience store looking for card in last minute because your best friend is sick.
Exactly.
Here.
Oh, that's a sympathy card.
Yeah, it's okay. What's your friend's name?
Sandra?
And what's your name?
Halima.
Dear Sandra, sorry you have a friend like Harima. Sincerely, Mr. Kim. Give to your friend. She appreciate.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good.
Great now.
I gotta ask you right off the top, either one of you can answer this. How are you guys been holding up for this last year with COVID and all the craziness that we're seeing on social media, and Karens and Kevins have become, the new words, and what's going on in the US and mask versus no mask. I mean, who would have thought that this year would have all of this all in one bite?
I did.
I believe it.
I did. I literally was telling our executive, because I've been following Trump for a while. So when he shut down, starting in 2018, when he disbanded the pandemic response thing, for me, that's really when it started. I literally, our executive producer Yvonne Fitzana, he was saying, "Oh, don't worry," because everybody's been so like, Gene, you're like too obsessed with this, like following Trump, all this stuff. And I was going, what if there's a pandemic? Because there's not going to be a pandemic. Literally, I had that conversation with a couple of people.
Wow.
So it's been weird. It's been a weird year. My parents live in Toronto, but I haven't, physically seen them. They're 90, and so they're basically in a sort of perpetual quarantine. But mostly, I've been spending this time doing deep dives into Korean television, and I've been focusing on improving my Korean. So, at the beginning of the pandemic, people were going, "Oh, Lear, Shakespeare wrote Lear, and so learned a language in a pandemic." Well, I've landed on the language side.
I love it. Paul, what about yourself? Because I know, following you on social media, all I've been seeing is Ghostbusters all over the place.
Not just Ghostbusters. A large part of it is.
Yeah, large part.
A little bit of Star Wars thrown in there too.
Yes. True.
Yeah, no, I 2020 was supposed to be my year. Zodiac, like Chinese Zodiac, is supposed to be the year of the rat. I'm a rat. I grew up, you wait 12 years for your year to come up. So that was supposed to be a big year for me. And it turned into the dumpster fire that it is right now. So I'm feeling a little bit ripped off. But at the same time, I'm feeling very fortunate because COVID has not directly affected any of my family or close circle of friends. So I'm very fortunate in that sense. We have been following all precautions. We've been wearing masks. We've been limiting our outdoor activities. We've been doing our part to sort of ensure everybody else's safety. And it's kind of disheartening when other people don't, and they talk about their civil liberties being at risk and rights and freedoms and stuff. But they seem to have forgotten that we're not just doing it for ourselves, we're doing it for others. And the sooner we can do this for everybody else, the sooner it'll be over. So the people who are like, it's affecting my rights, they're actually prolonging this, which gets a little bit frustrating. But that being said, we are filled with hope and gratitude in our household. I'm, again, surrounded by the people I love. When I'm not working, I'm at home anyways. It's given me a wonderful opportunity to expand on my geeky basement. Um, learn new skills. Like Jean, she leaned towards language. I've leaned towards, collectibles and starting up a YouTube channel and some podcasts, and really just sort of reinvesting into this geeky culture that I love so much. Um, and just focusing more on feeling grateful for the fact that we were able to work and shoot a season 5 of Kim's Convenience. And again, when so many people have not been able to go back to work, it's been an honor and a privilege to be able to go back and shoot something that not only I love to do, but brings a measure of comfort to viewers, to people watching. I mean, Kim's Convenience has its profile has risen tremendously because of the pandemic, because people are sharing it and saying this is the comfort show that you need for 2020. Word of mouth is spread, and a lot of people are home. They need that break. They need that salve. They need that healing quality. And our show, which is about family and love, has been providing a small measure of that for people. So that's a great takeaway for 2020 for me.
I have to agree with that because I have been watching a lot of the older shows, and one of my favorite ones, and Gene, I want to talk to you about this, is the Ring episode where you lose the ring, and Paul, of course, your character doesn't let her know, and just the interactive. And if there was ever one episode that really told me about, here's a show that's not just about culture, not just about family, not just about relationships, interaction, but those 4 letters, LOVE. It was such a beautiful way of expressing love between 2 people.
Yeah.
Thank you.
In the play, did you see the play, Rudy?
Yeah, I've seen the play, yes.
So you remember there's a song in Korea, and there's the hymn that Oma sings, and the chorus of the hymn is, and the refrain that's repeated throughout is 사랑 없으면 소용이 없어. 사랑 is love. 사랑 없으면 means if there is no love. 소용이 없어 means if there is no meaning. If there's no love, there's no meaning. And that I really felt that was almost like an anthem for the show. It was really about that love is the core of not just meaning in terms of, say, what the show means, but in terms of one's life. Like, if you have no love in your life, then what does your life mean? And I think that still remains in the show, in the TV show. And in this season, I feel that we're actually coming back to it. There are definitely scenes that we were shooting this year where I would turn to either Paul or to Andrea and go, "Oh, this is season 1, Amma," where it was like just all love before they discovered how crazy she is sometimes. so there were scenes like that, which is like coming back to like the simple stuff, which is, this is a mother who loves her daughter. This is a woman who loves her husband. And this is a son who loves his dad, and a dad, all those, just coming back to the foundation of what family means, which is love.
Absolutely. Let's talk about this new season. When actually was it filmed? Was it filmed before COVID, during COVID? And if it was filmed during COVID, what were the steps that you guys took, Paul? I mean, what was it like to film this season 5?
Yeah, no, it was different. The show was different, but we started later than we usually did. We usually start beginning of May and end at the end of July. But because of what was going on, production was delayed until we started shooting September. I think the first week of September, and we just finished November 28th.
Wow.
And so, yeah, there were a lot of protocols to have to follow. The producers had to ensure that we were safe, that everyone was safe. They had this huge COVID protocol list, and it was a living list. So there are things that, as we gain more information, they would adjust the safety protocols to reflect that. And it required a Herculean effort from everybody involved to follow these protocols to protect each other, which is great. So there was screenings before we went in, massive. There was testing, coordinated testing for the cast. There was limitations in terms of how long we were exposed to and who was allowed on set proper while we were shooting. All the different departments were divided into pods. They all had color codes. Everybody had to work together and do a little bit extra, or in some cases a lot extra, to ensure the safety and the continuation of work on the set. And the producers knocked it out of the ballpark. Our COVID supervisor, Sharon Merlot, deserves a medal for the work that she had to put in. The cast, the crew, everybody doing their part to make sure that everybody else was safe. And that's one of the biggest takeaways I have from working in season 5 during the middle of the worst global pandemic in over 100 years. The fact that we did it, and we did it as safely as possible without losing one day of filming because of an illness. Nobody caught COVID. And it's not just on set, it's at home too. Like, people were disciplined when they went home. They weren't going out to parties or mingling or this or that. Like, everybody knew how important it was that we kept working. And so everybody did their part.
Definitely important for us. Gene, what can we expect from this new season? Does the season reflect, because Kim's Convenience, the store itself, it's small business. Does this relate to what's going on today with COVID? Do we see some storylines with that? And how are each of our characters going to be interacting in this new season?
So this season is set in a non-COVID time. I think it's set in a pre-COVID time. So we don't see any of the impact of COVID in terms of small businesses. We don't see the plexiglass screens and that sort of thing. But what we do see is are stories that are based on a core of characters that we've come to love, and deeper storylines with those core of characters. Because one of the things that the producers and the writers realized early on is that for instance, scenes with a lot of background, like out, right? Because that's so that every additional person you bring on is an additional level of uncertainty. So that was the biggest thing, I think, is that they really focus more on the relationships between the family, but also between the core characters that are back, the ensemble that makes up Kim's Convenience, including all the fabulous characters in the handy world and the customers that come into our store.
Paul, also, I just want to know too, is a fictional son who right now is preparing to be one of the biggest Marvel superheroes of all time. Is he still with us? And how are things going with him right now, going back and forth?
We are so happy to have, I'm happy, overjoyed to say that, yes, the Wayward Son is back for season 5. That was always the plan. Simu, God love him, he actually was in Australia shooting the Marvel movie beforehand, and he came over and he completed his scenes for Kim's Convenience after he was wrapped principal photography in Australia. So basically what happened was we shot all the episodes except for the scenes that his character were in, and those got pushed into what we call the pickup block. And so all the scenes that from all 10 episodes previously that he was in that he could not shoot because he was physically not here, after he came back, quarantined for 14 days, they dropped him into a meat grinder and put him through 9 straight days of him being in every scene every day, where he jumped from episode to episode.
And directed to director.
And directed to director. Yes, absolutely, too. And so not only did he have to keep track of where his character was, what episode he was in, he also had to work with 3 different personalities and 3 different ways of working. And he absolutely crushed it. He came focused, prepared. I can't say enough about how impressed I was with Simu when he came back and was just like a machine. And still, with still the grace and the humility, and like he was absolutely wonderful to watch in action. And it was shooting scenes with him, it was like the family was back together again.
You realize I'm gonna watch this now with a whole new level of respect. You realize that,
and he deserves it. Yeah, he deserves it, because this guy, man, it's hard to do. Gene and I have done that where we've worked like 5 days in a row, 6 days in a row. We're in every scene every day, and that's enough to mess with you. He did it for like 9, and just brought it. So I don't want to ruin the storylines though, but there are scenes with Jung. It's an absolute pleasure.
I know we're going to have to wrap this up very quickly, though. I just want to ask both of you if there's anything you want to say to your fans out there, and for folks who, going through this 2020 has been tough, as we've said before, with everybody. Everybody's looking for a new light in 2021. Who knows what's going to happen? Anything can happen. But is there anything you want to say, both of you, to the fans out there, and hoping, cross fingers, not just for a great 2021, but looking for a great season 5 of Kim's Convenience.
여보, 먼저.
Oh, really? I thought you were going to say it. Hey, no, you know what? Thank you so much. It's been a hard year for everybody, and it's hard to take away a lot of positives. But stick with it. We're coming to the end. There's a new beginning. We're going through a tunnel. We're climbing out of that hole. Be kind to each other. Support each other. Remember, this isn't forever, and there's a brighter future ahead for all of us. So keep wearing your masks. Wash your hands. Stop touching your face, and take care of each other.
Gene, before you answer, could you do it in Mama's voice? Because you know I love when you do that.
Yeah, everybody, 2020 is not so good. Such a hard time. Everybody, 고생 너무 많이 해. So much suffer, but we love each other. We take care of each other. We wear masks. We be good. And vaccine, Pfizer vaccine today is approved by Health Canada. So we just stay calm, wear mask, wait. Gonna be okay. Okay.
I love both of you. Thank you so much for doing this interview with me. You guys be safe. I cannot wait for season 5. Like, I'm so excited because I just feel like if there's a bright sun, it's when I go to Kim's Convenience because that's where the joy is. Thank you so much for the interview,
Thank
guys.
you, Rudy.
Thanks, Rudy. Great to see you, as always.
Great to see you.
Okay, see you.
Okay, see you.
Okay, see you. Okay, see you.
That's not how it works.
Okay, see you. Okay, see you.
Bye.
Okay.
See you.